Hello friends, welcome to your new movie explain video. The movie starts and we are shown a family in which a man named Beak and his daughter named Tixie and his wife named Melinda Beck goes to Melinda new dress. She is ready to wear it and both of them go to a party. In the party, Melinda meets her friend Joel. Beak feels jealous after seeing this. Joel and Melinda go to a different place. Beak follows them and sees that both of them kiss each other. Beak comes to know that an affair is going on between these two. Beak's heart is broken, but he does not let anyone feel this thing. After this, Beak meets Joel. Joel tells Beak that there is nothing between him and Melinda, they are just friends. Beak learns that Joel is lying. Beak tells Joel that Melinda previously had a friend, Martin, who wanted to scare Joel by saying that I had killed him. And Joel leaves the party in fear, followed by Beck and Melinda. From the party comes out and Melinda tells Beak that what did you say to Joel that he left the part. Beak does not say anything to him and both of them come to their house. After coming home we see that both of them are not in the room together. Sleeps as there is a rift between the two. The next day Beak goes to drop his daughter to school and then meets his friends. His friends tell him that we have found out that you threatened Joel last night and Melinda. You have also killed Martin's first friend. After that Beck tells friends it is all a lie. I was joking with Joel. After that Beak goes home. Melinda is very angry at Beak because Melinda came to know that she has threatened Joel. After this Melinda also Joel says that Joel is coming home for dinner on Friday and you have to say sorry to her. On Friday, Joel comes home and everyone has dinner. After dinner, Melinda sends Beach to her daughter to tell her the story because Joel Beck goes to his daughter's room and starts telling him the story. When he comes out after listening to the story, he sees that Melinda is getting intimate with Joel. Both stop seeing Beak. Melinda goes to sleep in her room and Joel and Beak are left alone. Beak tells Beak that he is going to go to Mexico forever. Beak tells Joel again that I really killed Martin. I wasn't kidding. Joel gets scared when he hears that and leaves. The next day we see is that Melinda and Beak are at a party with their friends. Beak asks his friend Kelly to dance with Kelly, so he wants to make Melinda feel jealous, in which he succeeds. After the party is over, both of them are going home by car. Melinda asks such questions to Beak, which makes us understand that she is really feeling jealous, after which she gives blowjob to Beak in the car and after going home, both of them get intimate. The next day both are at their daughter's school goes. And Beak gets a call from the bank from which he knows it turns out that Melinda has withdrawn money from the bank for a piano class whose teacher is Charlie. Beak goes to the restaurant where Charlie is playing the piano to confirm it. When Melinda comes here and Beak finds out it is that Charlie and Melinda are having an affair. Beak comes to know that Melinda is cheating on him. She is leaving a boy and starts having an affair with another boy. Beak comes to his house and starts watching the news, in which he sees that the police have found Martin's dead body. This shows that Beak has really killed Martin. He was not lying. After some time Melinda comes to the house and tells Beak that she had gone to dinner with a friend. She was here. She is talking about Charlie. And she also says that she and I have done a lot. By saying this she wants to make Beak feel jealous, but Beak tells her about Martin's death, which she is shocked to hear. After this Beak is sitting alone in his room and starts thinking how Melinda must have romanced with Charlie, which makes him very upset and goes to sleep. After that when he wakes up in the morning he sees that Melinda was not at home the whole night. After a while Melinda comes and asks Beak. Melinda tells her that she had said in the night that she was with a friend and she tells it about such things, which makes Beak very bad. After that both of them go to a party at a friend's house. Here We see that Melinda has also called Charlie and tells everyone about Charlie and asks Charlie to play the piano. After that, Charlie plays the piano. Everyone is very happy here, but Beak feels bad. After that, it is night. Beck comes to the house and sees Melinda and Charlie out of the same room. Seeing this, Beak feels very bad. After this, everyone takes a bath in the bridge and Beak is seeing that Melinda is having a lot of fun with Charlie. Seeing this, Beak feels jealous. After a while, it starts raining here, and everyone goes inside the house. Only Charlie and Beak live on the bridge. And Beak kills Charlie and comes inside the house and burns his hand. After the rain stops, Melinda finds Charlie's dead body in the bridge and she starts screaming. All together they get the body out of the bridge. After that, here police comes who questions everyone. Melinda tells the police that Beak has killed Charlie, but no one believes him as there is no proof of this. After this, the police takes Beak alone and asks questions. Beak tells the police that he didn't kill Charlie. Rather, he was cooking food inside the house. For this, he shows his burnt hand in the proof. The police leave from here. After this, Beck and Melinda are going somewhere in the car and both of them fight because Melinda knows he killed Charlie. The next day, Beck goes jogging and sees a car is following him. After that, he comes to drop his daughter to school, and here he meets Kelly. Kelly tells him that her husband Dane thinks that you have killed Charlie and that she telling everyone. Beak invites Dane and Kelly to his house for dinner, and they come to Beak's house at night. Beak takes Dane apart and tells him not to tell people that I killed Charlie because I didn't kill Charlie. Beak explains this to Dane. After that, Dane and Kelly leave. The next day, Beak is going by the road and sees the car that was following him that day. In a nearby hotel, his wife is talking to a man in that car too. Beak goes to both of them. Melinda tells him that it is a doctor. Beak asks for his card from that man, but the man refuses to give the card. Beak understands that he is not a doctor, rather a detective working for Dane. Beak now visits Dane's house and tells his wife, Kelly, that your husband has hired a private detective because he thinks I killed Charlie. After Kelly fights with Dane. After this, we learn that Dane has to do this for Melinda had said that he had given money to the den. His Beak comes from there and sees that Melinda is now with another boy whose name is Tony. After this, he comes to his house and sees that Melinda she is talking to Tony. Only in Love You also speaks. Tony is listening to all this and he feels very bad. After this, Tony comes to meet Melinda. Beak shows that he knows anything about them. Both don't know. Melinda tells Beak that Tony is her friend. Then Beak falls asleep and Tony and Melinda goes to a room. While going to the room, Beak follows them and sees that Melinda and Tony are getting intimate. Seeing that he has left, the next day Beak is going to his car and tells him. On the way, Tony is seen. Beak makes Tony sit in his car with some excuse and takes him to a river where Beak hits Tony on his head, due to which Tony falls down and dies. Now Beak is his submerges the body in water, and after that he comes to his house. But Melinda keeps calling Tony as she does not know that he is dead. The next day, Melinda asks Beak to go to the same place where she killed Tony. She does not refuse, and both take their daughter. After reaching there, Beak shows Melinda an album in which photos of both of them are there. She falls in love with Beak and then sees Beak who the body he had put in. The water is still there and anyone can see it. After that, he comes home with his wife and daughter. And at night he is intimate with his wife. As soon as morning becomes, his goes to the river by bicycle. Here we see Melinda. She goes to Beak's lab where she finds Tony's wallet, from which she learns that Beak has killed Tony, which makes her feel very bad. It is shown who is pressing down Tony's body, but Dane comes there. Dan tries to send a message to his wife Kelly so that he can tell Kelly about Beak. But before that, he meets with an accident and falls into the river, which kills him, after which Beak comes to his house. Melinda learns the truth of Beak, but she ignores it as she falls in love with Beak. And she finds Tony's wallet. She burns it and the movie ends.